Hi, my name is Terry Kent. I'm a board of directors for Mary's Mercy Center. We provide meals to those in need. We have Veronica's Home of Mercy, which is a women and children's shelter. We provide 110 beds there because of the help of San Manuel Band of Mission Indians. Today we're going to introduce our newest ministry, which is Mary's Village, a 30,000 square foot long-term shelter to help the men of San Bernardino and San Bernardino County. Without San Manuel, it would not have happened. This is Mary's Village, which is the most recent vision of Father Mike Berry, the founder of Mary's Mercy Center. He had seen a need for the homeless men in San Bernardino area for a long-term program to help them recreate their lives and get back into society. So he wanted to create Mary's Village. This is a 10-acre site. We're currently in phase 1, which is a 4-building project that will house a little over 80 men, and it's a long-term program where the gentlemen will come in and in about 12 to 24 months will work their way through the process and get them back into society as a member of our community. Mary's Village is broken up into 4 buildings. The first 2 buildings are identical in size and shape in that there are dormitory buildings. This is where the gentlemen, when they first come into our program, will be in a dormitory type setting where they'll share a room, share common baths, have storage facilities for their personal items. And then they'll move on to building 3, which is a shared room concept where there's 2 to 3 gentlemen in a room. And they get to this by graduating through the program and completing certain steps. So they'll get to building 3 in the shared concept, and then they'll move on to building 4 where they'll each have their own individual room. This will take about 24 months to get through the entire process. Each of our buildings has a common area, which is we try to emulate a typical home. So they have a TV area, they have a dining area, they have a shared kitchen. We do not provide chefs or cooks here to prepare the meals for these guys. They all have to work, they all have to do housekeeping, they have to do the cooking duties. So we provide a double kitchen in all buildings so that the gentlemen can make their own meals every day and work as a community. So oftentimes one guy will make the meal for everybody in the house. So we've provided those facilities. The buildings all include laundry rooms so they can do their own laundry. There's nobody here to do their services. It's like a home is what it is. We also have our administrative offices, conference rooms. We have counseling offices because the gentlemen will have counseling services here, as well as we have an on-site chapel. Anybody that would like to have some peaceful time in a quiet place, we have a chapel for them to attend. One of our other partners here at Mary's Village is Southern California Edison. They have engineered these buildings for us to make them highly energy efficient, zero net energy. We have solar panels, we have state-of-the-art heating, air conditioning, appliances. These buildings are going to operate for the most minimal amount possible so that all of our dollars can go towards providing services and not paying for utilities. So we thank Southern California Edison for their participation in the project. On the campus, we also have the center core, which is for outdoor activities. The main feature being a full-size basketball court so the gentlemen can have some place to have exercise. And again, it's to be a home, so they have their own backyard, so they can go out back and play basketball. They're not stuck in the buildings all the time. We try to provide a large-scale family home here for these gentlemen to work their way through the program. Mary's Village is a very large project for Mary's Mercy Center, which has grown out of a grassroots program with Father Mike Berry and his followers. Mary's Village was able to come to fruition with help of private donors, but mainly through a large donation from San Manuel Band of Mission Indians, and probably advanced its start a couple years ahead of when we thought it could happen because of that donation. Through the work of Mary's Mercy Center with our soup kitchen and our other care facilities, we noticed there was a need for men within the population here. There was an underserved need. And so Father Mike had this vision to develop a campus that could handle the issues that come with the men here in San Bernardino. My family, which owns CrestWood Communities, has been a longtime friend of Father Mike's, goes all the way back to the 60s. And Father Mike said, I have this vision, can you build it for me? So CrestWood Communities came on board to build the project. He knows how to help people to get them back on the in society, but he doesn't know how to build. So we were the building ornament, and so that's how we got tied in with Father Mike. It's been a great relationship. It's humbling to know the man that he just wants to figure out societal problems and take care of it. So the hope is to fill this building within the next few months and to start getting these gentlemen back on their way to being members of society again. What we find is a lot of them have poor self-esteem, or a lot of them weren't educated, or a lot of them, they made a turn one way or the other that just didn't work out. Our goal here is long-term, to help re-educate them, get them trained in a profession, get them the tools they need to be a part of society. So here at Mary's Village, the program is a 12 to 24 month program to get the gentlemen educated, get them trained for the workforce, get them back on their feet. Phase 1, which is the 4 different buildings, and they transition as they graduate from one level to the next. They switch buildings and get more independence. When they get done here, they'll go on to phase 2, which is independent living inside of rental units, where the gentlemen will live for about another year until we feel that they're ready to go back into society. They'll be working with local colleges, with counselors, to deal with whatever their ills are that got them to where they are today. We work with Cal State San Bernardino, we work with the local community colleges, we work with San Bernardino Unified School District, we work with local medical facilities. All this is to get these gentlemen back to a solid footing to get on with their lives. And that's what our goal is, to help these gentlemen with a hand up, not necessarily a handout. So that is the main focus here at Mary's Village. I am humbled as a human being, the group of people that have come together to make this happen. There's Father Mike, who has a vision to see that there's a need to deal with the homeless and to, with compassion, bring these gentlemen back into society. There's people in my industry, in the home building industry, that understand that we have a talent and we can bring a talent to the table to help Father Mike with his vision. And there's the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians, who understand they're a part of San Bernardino. This is their city. They need to help out as well, and they stepped up. And when you brought all that together, it just humbles a person to know that, society isn't bad. People can come together to solve what's going on out there. I am just humbled by the entire situation.